What's going on, everyone? It's Jeremy with JMed's Brick Clicks. I wanted to show you a few things I've been working on lately. Kind of just a catch-up video or maybe a sneak peek at a few future builds that I'm working on. Everything's custom, so it's not like there's just sets that I'm going to build. Really haven't been buying that many sets lately this year. I've really just been buying parts. Really heavy on the Bricklink, and like whenever Lego does the double points or gift with purchase or both, I've been hitting up the Pick-a-Brick wall on the Lego website and just getting hundreds of dollars or more in parts to make some future builds. So let's take a look as I do a quick overview of the city and farm. Let's take a look at a few things I'm working on, because you might find some interest at some point in the future, at least hopefully on one of these future builds. Well, first off, I'm going to start with a thing that's probably the farthest away. Fully expecting this thing to take a few months, a few meaning 3 to 6, but it could be a commission project, so I might actually end up getting paid to do this. And what it is, yeah, you can't really tell, I know. It's going to end up being a chapel, or, well, a cathedral in a sense, but not that Gothic style cathedral, although it does have a Gothic look to it. It's a building, it's a cathedral, chapel type church that's in my local town. It's built in 1908, and what I've done, the back of it has a rounded back to it, and it's really just the spacing. So we've got some little side pieces that I'm going to end up making, and the front, I had to do this for the spacing. And I'll show you a couple photos here as we go, just so you get an idea, like what in the world is Jeremy doing. Now, it's going to be this long. Yeah, I know those don't match up, which is why, yeah, I've got some plates. So I'll put one there, get another one. Might have to, I'm not opposed to cutting these, which is what this is. I mean, I cut this one. When these are $5 online, Amazon, or the individual ones are like $5 a piece for like a quarter of this to buy on Bricklink before shipping. So I'm paying $10 if I buy one of these after shipping. Yeah, I'm just going to cut this because it's just going to be a base plate. So that's what I do. Use an X-Acto knife or a box cutter, and you just cut them, and they work fine. So what I got to do here, I got to do some Mills plating on this, put some green around the edges. This will be the front. There'll be stairs that'll go up. Thinking this will be about 16 inches tall when I add the steeple. You can see it's basically going to be 64 studs long, 48 wide. So yeah, that's a future project. All right, another future project, it's one I've been procrastinating on, is this mess. It is going to be a log cabin. And there's the idea that we're going with for our corners. I tried it with the tan, and it looks decent, but really I think I'm going to just go with solid brown. Yeah, so we've got all our windows. That's the pieces you got to use. And then these, and those take 45 days to get if you want to buy them from Lego. So I finally got like several hundred of them. Got some things for the roof and maybe the porch to where it's just not a square building. So that's the idea there. Tried to play around with some shaping on windows. I'm not too happy with that, so that might just get trashed. But future project, if I do actually finish this, it's going to go on the farm. The bottom layer, similar, the idea that came out with that Winter Village set last year, the log cabin, having the bottom floor made out of stone. I do like that design, so I'm going to go with that. That's what I've got all these for, to mix and match. And then my interior, which, yeah, I don't do a ton of interiors. I got all these 1x4 plate or tiles that have the wood grain on them. And then I've got a bunch of just the regular ones because they only make that in one size, so you're going to have to mix and match if you want to do this too. And just have wood grain on most of the floor. But yeah, using that color, that medium nougat color, I think is going to go well with that. Once you put it inside, it'll really pop. I've got all these windows, and like a window idea, using that hinge piece to where they're not just, everything's not just straight and square, rectangular. That's the plan with that. Had to get a little micro scale fireball in there. I know I've been working on those. If you haven't seen that video, check that out. We got all kinds of little trailers going. Another white snowball truck. The lowboy trailer. So yeah, I'm still kind of thinking of some more ideas for that. Alright, what do we got here? That's just in the way. But this is the beginnings of a Lego, maybe a medium-sized Thundertank. If you're a Thundercats fan, yeah, I am. I grew up with it as a kid in the 80s. Thundercats. So I'm going to make a Thundertank. I don't know what size. It's probably not going to be minifig scale. It's going to be smaller than that. But if you've seen my little micro scale cats layer and micro scale, nano scale, whatever scale you want to call it, Thundertank, it'll be way bigger than this. So I made two of them just for fun. But yeah, I do have a cat's layer. Paws raise up. You can move that across. We've got a retractable bridge. If you haven't seen this, yeah, I've got a video on it. It shows some other details. And the head. But yeah, that's one of my fun little builds that I've always wanted to do. If I had the room, I'd love to make a micro or a minifig scale one of those, but I know it'd probably be 3 foot tall. And then the landscaping around it, so you're talking probably $3,000 in cost, mostly because of the landscape. Maybe one day, but not in the future right now, but it's a wish list. Next up, if you missed it, the little video I did on these, the little sunflowers, it's fall. They're all popping. It's harvest season for sunflowers in the fields. So just an idea. I don't know if I want to make a full field of it, but something like this size, if I made another dozen or so of these, I think it'd fit great on the farm. There's how I made them. In case you're wondering, if you guys want to make a couple just for decoration around your city or farm or house, your little Lego setup, whatever you want to do. Pretty simple design. Easy enough for you guys to follow. Alright, what's next? Now you can imagine a building like this with a flat roof, and that just sits on top of it, and it would, tower or not rival, but it would be up there with some of my other skyscrapers. It's a thought. I'm wondering, say, a 2-floor building. I mean, these are all 3 stories, all the modulars, so maybe a 2-story building and that on top. I think it would probably rival the Daily Bugle in size. What do you think? Has anybody ever done that? Have you seen anybody do that with the PAC-Man set? Let me know. If you know, let me know. Send me a link or send me something so I can go check it out. But other than that, guys, I think that's it for now. Nothing else really to report or go over. We'll have some fall stuff here. The corn maze will be done in a sooner than later video. And man, I guess then we'll end up switching all this over to Christmas stuff. And yeah. So, alright, I guess that's it for now. Thanks for watching. If you have any comments, questions, ideas, let me know. And I appreciate your views, and we'll see you in the next one.